So there's about 4 years, maybe 5, that watch quite a few of my videos. So those guys, they already seen me dinking around at the doors. You'll see since then, there's a Fender on here. There is a, what is it? What is there? There's a habit, a trend. There is a trend starting that I'm not happy with. And that trend is, where's the thing? That trend for me anyways is taking a part out of a box, having a look at it, seeing that said part that comes out of the box is this great big brown lump with little yellow bits of corn in it, because it's a piece of shit. The Fender that we got for this Fender here, well, not this Fender here, because the Fender that I got for this, that I tried to put on yesterday, a Fender from a 63 Nova would have fit better than the Fender that I put on. But the two Fenders are absolutely made from different manufacturers. They're in the same box. He got them from the same supplier. And again, they're in the same box. They're Tri-Plus parts. One Fender being that one, I would believe is probably a Tri-Plus part, because they're a quality thing, I guess. I mean, in the world of shit, they're not as shitty as all the rest of the shit. But yeah, when you hold the two Fenders up and have a look at them, they are two different animals. One's a kitty cat and one's a skunk. And I'll tell you what, that was the skunk. So yesterday, I took a big wad of paper and I wiped the shit off of here that I had on here, and I got in my trusty truck and I skittled on down to the Chev store again and I swapped them out for another Fender. Same everything, only this one fits, I would say, 63% better than the one that I took off. And I mean, this one, it ain't great neither. And you know, I mean, there's gonna be some fiddly-dee, fiddly-doo, fiddly-dinking around with it. This gap gets pretty tight up. It's kind of, well, you know, I know it's hard to tell with the two colors. It doesn't look bad, but it's because that's black and you can't really see the gap. But what it's doing is it's getting wider there. And then about there, it's skinnying up again, and then it's getting a little wider there. And from here, I don't like that. So this piece is just kind of firmly affixed. I just put it on there to see if it was going to even hang out there. You know what? If you see one of these trucks, these 60 to 66 trucks, and if it's got nice gaps like everywhere around the whole truck, you should walk up and give that guy a hug. Because that's a lot of work. There's a lot of floating shit here to gap. There's a gap, there's a gap, here's a gap, there's a gap, there's a gap, there's a gap. You see what I'm saying to you? So what am I going to do here? Let's get this off of here. So anyways, I'm going to fiddle around with this side a little bit more. I was going to lights, camera, and action putting this Fender on, but to be honest with you, by the time I got it there would have been a lot of, what would we say, language constraints. And there was probably a lot of inappropriate references made as well that people don't need to hear. I mean, they need to start judging me. I mean, putting this Fender on, holy jumping Jehoshaphat, every stinking bolt that you tighten, like, I'll bet you when I put these bolts in, every single bolt that you put in and tighten up changes the way the Fender fits. So I am going to zip these bolts in too, because I just will guarantee you that by the time you try to push that down, it's going to change. What did I just say? It's going to change the way the Fender fits. I don't use electric tools. I don't use battery operated stuff. I'm old. Oh, there's the business. Pretty handy, these old vehicles, on account of they're thinking about stuff. They're trying to make life easier for you. Look at all the bolts in it. Look at all the points they come to. Hey? That makes it easy to cross it into the hole and lean on it and hammer it straight. That's what I'm talking about. See what I'm doing there? That's off to a bad start. I can't thread them all in by hand, as I would recommend to somebody to do, because the holes don't line up. You know? That's going to be another reference back to this being a piece of shit. Yeah, boy. Nice thing I like about using an air tool too is when you're starting a bolt, you can kind of go in easy. And then when you know your thread is started, you just give it to her. See, that's no good. Actually, that one don't do nothing but anchor that, so just never mind. Holy jeez. Oh, the smasher. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, stuff. From yesterday's endeavors. Okay. So next, I'm going to smack the piss out of that to try to lay that fender in. No good's going to come of that. If you got to, get away, son bitch. If you got to give something like this here, like what we're going to do here, if you got to give something the old zing zang walla walla bing bang, don't use some stupid little hammer to do it. Use something with some testosterone. See what I'm saying? Because then just the weight of it is better than having to give her one. You don't. It's hard to explain, but. So we'll take some wood for some bounce. Luckily, this is nice and curvy, this fender, so that means every time I wallop it, I'm probably going to put a flat spot in it. So that's pretty sweet. Come here, you. We're not done yet. Come here, you bastard. What the hell's the matter with you? I'm not nothing yet. Good surprise. This is the technical part of the show. Somebody ever tells you to spoon a panel out, don't just go buy a spoon and think it's going to answer all your prayers, because it's not going to. A little bit, you can fine tune with it, but you ain't changing the world with one of these. And in the case of this kind of stuff, it's probably not going to do nothing for me anyways, because, I mean, there just ain't enough in these fenders. They just ain't there. There just ain't enough meat in that sandwich. Well, so here's the hiccup. I wanted to move the fender back. But I kind of can't, on account of, like it's got to fit here, hey? And it does. I got her, we're there. So I can't shoot it back to close that gap up. Hey, you see when I loosen it up, see how wide that gets down there? Now, what will tighten that up will be inside there. Weird, hey? When I was using a C-clamp in there to pinch that together, and as soon as I pinch that together, it pushes that back, because it changes the whole shape of that fender. Because, once again, remember the reference to brown and little yellow bits of corn in it? So, well, I guess, the fender gaps. It's like I said before, when you're working on these old poopers, I mean, it's not always going to be about getting the absolute perfect gap everywhere. It's going to be about getting same gaps everywhere and then kind of living with what you get. Yeah. Because then another thing too, like I said before, if I tighten that gap up by moving the door backwards, well, that gap gets wider, right? Because I mean, if you move the door back, it'll tighten up there and it'll widen up there. So that's no good. You got to split her up, right? You want to be similar. So I guess tighten everybody back up. And I'll run some more bolts in too to see what's going to change, because you know that's very reminiscent of fenders on Dodge A bodies. They are exactly the same way. You cannot gap or assume how a fender on a Dodge A body fits until you got all the bolts in, because every single bolt changes the way that fender fits. Changes the shape of the fender, changes your whole opinion on life, really. So. Here, look at this. This is stupid. This is going to take a little bit of work, I think. I'll get in here. I don't know, can you see that very well? So if I come along here with my little piece of aluminum, like the door is pretty flat. Look at how much that door curves in. I think they did that to make sure that the door shoots inside the fender without any problems. But I mean, shit, we got 1/4 of an inch. So ideally, yeah, the door does it up here too. I mean, I would like that to be flat, because when you're looking at a vehicle and you're looking down the side, you know, with your eyeballs, because that's how I look at stuff, is with my eyeballs. So your reflection down the side, if this bar represents your reflection goes, you know, it's all over the place in this area because you want her to be straight down. See, you can even see that the fender's straight. See the way? Can you see that? Can you see that? See, look at that reflection there. Oh, it disappears and then it's flat again. Well, that's going to look like shit. I don't like that. But I don't know if I should do anything with that. I guess that's the way GM made it. So I guess I'm going to leave it. I mean, I don't like it. Eh? See what I'm saying to you? Look at that. I don't like that. But, I mean, really nothing on these trucks is asymmetrical anywhere. Even like the box and the cab and everything. Nobody here lines up either. It's all on different, what is it, a different plane? Is it a jet? Is it a helicopter? I don't know. Like the door in the cab corner, I noticed that when I was trying to square the box up, that it sits inside of the cab. Right? The cab's here and the box is there, and that's just the way they're made. Like the door in the cab corner here, well shit, that's 3/4 of an inch outside of the box. And that's the way it is the whole way down. When you look up the back of the truck and follow this box line, doink, it goes right into the curve on the cab corner. What are you going to do about that? Nothing. When you're trying to set up fenders, this applies to all of them. This applies to everybody. Whether you like them or not, this applies to them. So I'm not happy with the gap here. It's too wide. Negative. However, standing up here and looking at it, you can see the front edge of that fender really leans in. So what I'm going to endeavor to do is, if I bring the front edge of this, if I can bring that out, it's going to roll the fender and it's going to push it back and it's going to tighten my gap up there. There's nothing down here that, like, there's no fender brace or anything there to adjust it. And it's quite tight. So we're gonna have to give her the business with something here. Let me move you around here so you're not staring right up the crook of me arse, because nobody likes that. So I have this ought to do something. I got a block of wood inside here on account of I don't want to go and get another Fender. And then I'll put that in there. We'll come down here. Just a minute. So we're sneaking up on it here. I didn't bother showing you putting that on because, I mean, whatever, it's 4 bolts. I am happier with my gap down there. I've done a little bit of cussing at it. Sometimes that's what it takes. You can see, though, that Mr. Hood's got to come down a little bit. Hey, it's a little bit high there. The line don't line up, and it's too high there. It's actually a pretty good gap there, too. It's like, I don't know, it's about that wide, give or take. I'll show you what the problem is here. And by problem, I mean just a problem in general. Just a design flaw, I don't know. And if you're watching this, you probably know these trucks and you know already. But I don't know how happy you're supposed to be about where that spring is. I'm not very happy about where that spring is. I don't really like it at all, where they put that spring. What's the matter with you? Why'd you put the spring there, you bunch of pricks? Because, I mean, holy jumping Jehoshaphat. And, like, to get the hood down, I see by looking in here, we're already at the top of the adjustment. So that hood's already, it's already swung down as far as it swings down. There are only 2 bolts on these? There's got to be 3. Isn't there? Huh. Kind of surprised by that. So, I'm not sure what to do there. Hey, there's a hood bumper right here that's adjustable. Take that out, would you? So this hood bumper that's here that's adjustable, it rests on here. And basically it's giving you your side to side. However, it's on a bit of an angle. So if it's pushed in too far, well, it's going to squeeze the hood up, right? Right? Am I right? Yeah, I'm right. Don't argue. So, yeah, we got some ciphering to do here. I got to figure stuff out. Well, I got lucky there. Don't tell my wife or it will never happen again. But there was still some little downward, we still had some downward dog on the hinge. But in doing that, the way these things do so these hinges on these trucks, they're pinned, they don't have much adjustment up. There's only 2 bolts, and there ain't hardly no adjustment on the front bolt, and then the back bolt is slotted. So what happens then, since the hinge rocks, as you drop the back of the hinge down, it swings backwards. It just does. So in dropping it down, it moved the hood back. But I see we have plenty of come forward adjustment in here. Holy shit. Oh, that's a tight son of a gun. So come forward, or what do we got to do? Oh, we might already be all the way forward. Shit. Piss knuckles. Well, let's go. B-side. Sometimes the B-side's better. Hey, did you ever notice that in music? A lot of times A-side is the radio play, but B-side is the better songs. Well, this is no exception because this Fender ain't bad at all. There has been, oh, spider. Got him, it's going to rain. There hasn't been any untoward, there's been nothing unfortunate with this Fender whatsoever. I mean, I feel bad. It's not, you know, it's reasonable. You know? Let's see how this goes. I still love these bolts. I'm digging on James Brown. What do you think the chances are of it staying there? I don't want to close the hood because it ain't going to fit. Why, yeah, you oughta. Huh. Fits better than the other side did to start. It's actually not bad. Did I show you where we wound up on the other side? I don't remember. So here we are. See, something's got to happen there. Hey, it's like that thing's got to go back. Might be able to do that with it, I'm not sure. The one thing about these trucks, do you see that line back there that goes all the way up there? It's got to line up. And actually, it's not bad. The other side actually, so this side was a pain right square up the arse. I mean, this side, this was not a pine cone. This side was an entire pineapple straight up the arse. But it wound up all right. My hood gap's good to the fender there. That line we're talking about down the side, it's pretty good. The gaps are all kind of, you can see paint chips from me chipping paint, trying to get stuff. A big problem I had with this side was the hood sat really high. Like if you remember, the hood was probably a half an inch above that cowl. So I had to grind Mr. Hood hinges. And then when I ground Mr. Hood hinges, it swung the hood back. And then when I tried to move the hood forward, in our hood bolts there, I had to grind and slot them further to move forward. But then when I did that, it'll only go forward so far until this hood brace here hits a notch in that hinge. So that's as far ahead as I would go. So then I had to come down here and had to slot that hole backwards a little and put a keyhole in that hole, in that slot backwards a little so that I could move the hinge ahead in order to bring the hood ahead. And even still, when we're going up and down, like it's dangerously tight there. I don't like that. And I think on this side it probably is not. Well, what? Yeah, see, look at that. That is decidedly different action in the way that hood opens, hey? That's odd. I wonder why that is. Like this side of the hood, when I open the hood just swings up and away. The other side, when you open it, the hood dips down and comes up. I don't get it. Weird. Better have a better look at that. See what I'm saying? When I pop that, this side raises, this side pivots. See, that side's coming up, but this side's tucking. And you know, when I wiggle it, so when you get play in the hinges in these things, when you wiggle it back and forth, you can see it pivoting on the rivets where they're hammered through. But this one, it doesn't. Like, these hinges are good. It's too tight. She's a banger. I don't like that. She's a banger. Ooh, there we go. Hey, see that? That's the extent of my talent. That's all I got. Can you hear that? Try to concentrate, would you? There it is. What do you think? How's it look? Here, let me be you. Oh, yeah. Hey? Here, now you be me. Oh, yeah. That's the stuff. My gap's even nice and even here. Even, nice and even, nice and even. Well, there it is. This is it. There it is. There it goes. There it was. Yoink. Gotta do something with that. I don't like that. Oh, there she went. Sketchy's camera shy. Fatty Cakes is all over it. Sketchy, not so much. See, that's not, see, I think the other side gets tight here and this side gets wide. But it's not bad. There's a bunch of shitty work down there, so don't worry about that. But to the cowl and to the hood, it's not bad. Those gaps aight. That gap's aight. That needs a little bit of work. See, this side's good. And this is the shitty side and this side's good. It's got one redeeming quality. Yeah, see, like I say, that side's tight there. Ooh, they're sketchy. You don't see her very often. She's stealthy. Fatty Cakes is Fatty Cakes. Sketchy is, she's skinny, but she's sketchy. Where'd she go? There she is. Come here, Sketchy. Sketchy, come here. See, she's pretty sketchy. Especially when she does stuff like that. I think she farted when she did that. Where'd she go? Oh, there she is. Hey, Sketchy, did you shit your pants? Well, don't do stuff like that. So, yeah, there we go. There we have it. There it is. There it is, all sheet metaled up. I'm not sure what color it's going to be yet, if it's going to be a burgundy or if it's going to be a charcoal gray. I think it's going to be charcoal gray with some chrome on the front. Putting chrome trim down the side. But I had to get all this stuff all lined up to see if it's going to line up. Oh, there's Sketchy again. Sketchy, hey. Say hi, would you, Sketchy? Oh, she's even going to come out. And she's gone. She's so sketchy. But anyways, yeah. So I think, there she is again. Well, oh, she's eyeballing that pile of floor dry. You just never mind. It's not a sandbox. So I think I got everything lined up good enough here to be contemplating its existence. What do you think, Sketchy? You don't give a shit, do you? Get out of here. So that's it. That's the end of this video. There it is, 63 C10 body assembly. Assy. See ya.